Hi everybody, it's Ebracce. Ever wonder how to write a song? Today's video will be a songwriting tutorial in which I give tips and pointers on how to write song lyrics. A later video will cover the melody and music portion. Let's get started. Inspiration. If you want to write a song but don't know where to start, or are maybe struggling with writer's block, some things that may help inspire you are getting outside in nature, drawing from key life experiences, connecting with your own emotions, and consuming other art forms, especially poetry, since a song is basically poetry set to music. Now you could just freeform write and spill your guts, so to speak, and just let the words freely flow, but like poetry, songs usually employ some forethought and planning. Think about what kind of message or takeaway you would like to communicate to your listeners. Once you have decided on a topic or theme for your song, most songs are about love, by the way, other aspects to consider are the following: rhyme scheme, repetition, literary devices, and song structure. Rhyme schemes can vary, but probably two of the most common ones are A-B-A-B or A-A-B-B. The letters A or B or even C, etc. represent rhyming words at the end of musical phrases. For example, let's look at my song Statue. Statue I stand, statue arms raised, statue the man, statue blood days. Stand and man rhyme together, raised and days rhyme together. A, B, A, B. Now let's look at my song Disease. If I find out something's wrong with me, and it's the sound that makes me bleed, if you tell me sugar is bad for you, all the things that I will do. Me rhymes with bleed, you rhymes with do, A, A, B, B. If you have trouble rhyming words, try using a thesaurus. For instance, if you want a word for love that will rhyme with the word door, a thesaurus may provide you the word adore. It can help you find synonyms for the word you want but cannot use since it won't rhyme. In addition to rhyming words, you may also want to consider repeating words. Repetition helps create the coveted earworm and helps people remember your song. If you decide to use repetition, consider using it in your chorus, since the chorus is called the hook of the song and is usually what grabs people's attention and determines whether they will like your song or not. Make it memorable. Literary devices are also important to consider when crafting your lyrics. Some examples of literary devices are alliteration, metaphors, and similes. Alliteration involves the repetitive use of words beginning with or sounding like a particular letter. My song Bella employs alliteration in the following verses: fight, fancy, free, fled, find, following, nudging, knee, nest, the ruddy, raw rind, verves, vying, violet. So you have the repetition of the letter F, you have the repetition of the letter N, you have the repetition of the letter R, and you have the repetition of the letter V. Songs can sometimes have two meanings or use something to represent something else. Symbolism is often expressed through the usage of metaphors or similes. The difference between a metaphor and a simile is a simile could include the words like or such as, so it can say that something is like or similar to something else, whereas a metaphor doesn't. A metaphor makes a direct comparison, and a simile makes an indirect comparison. Here's an example of a metaphor from my song Bedouin. I'm the gray to the bow, the asteroid in space, like I'm going somewhere endless. This is making a direct comparison to being the gray to the bow or the asteroid in space. Now for an example of a simile from my song Disillusionment. Happiness is a hoax, like the monster in the closet. A simile is making an indirect comparison. Lastly, you'll want to consider the structure of your song. Like how a rhyming scheme determines the structure of the lines or phrases of your songs, there is an overall structure or foundation that you would want to decide. Most common song structures are as follows: verse, pre-chorus, and chorus. These repeat, bridge, and then an ending chorus. Like a book or play, a song should have a beginning, middle, and end. Songs usually build as they proceed, with the chorus being the climax. The song's name is also usually mentioned or referenced in the chorus, especially at the very last phrase in the chorus. Bridges are typically turning points or resolutions to whatever the dilemma or issue was discussed in the previous verses. If this all sounds complicated, just remember that practice makes perfect. As you practice songwriting and become more prolific and comfortable, you may find yourself naturally and subliminally employing these various techniques without much thinking or effort. I hope this video proved helpful, and if you have any songwriting tips of your own, feel free to share in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye.